So hard to please. Drowning in pieces like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the low, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter, 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 bitter. Bitter, 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 bitter. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby. Ooh, think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby. Ooh, think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby. Ooh, think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, white too. Don't turn this into no controversy. It's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it times two. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? It's too cool. Get the drop tops out. Summertime and then why? It fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snack a seat up at the table if my man came. Heading to a meeting, we're familiar with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and then why? Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make $1 million, man, $1 million won't be enough.
Yo, microphone chat. What's going on, YouTube? What's up, Facebook land? It's your boy. We back again.
Until next year. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? Yeah. We gone.
Here we go. Let's go. Yo. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook land? It's your boy, JD, aka Mr. December. And we are back with another video, y'all. Listen. Your boy hadn't been feeling good today. I'm still not 100%, but the show must go on, right? We got something good to talk about tonight. We are going to talk about your boy, Tony Gaskins. Y'all, hold on just 1 second. Oh yes, we're gonna talk about your boy Tony Gaskins on tonight. And I need y'all before we get into it, y'all. Like I said, your boy has not been feeling well today. So if y'all appreciate me still coming to bring y'all some content, I need you to do me a favor and hit that like button. Like the video, that will help out with the YT algo. Then I need you to share the video. I need you to put your input down below. Comment in the conversation. Let me know what you think as we go through it. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And then last and finally, if you feel so compelled, I need y'all to hit that super chat. Hit that super chat button, and we're going to go ahead and get the show started. So, not too long ago, your boy Tony Gaskins, he is a quote unquote relationship guru, right? And he recently was on the Anthony O'Neill show. And he had some things to say. And y'all, this might not be a long one tonight, but we still gonna get into it nonetheless. So who is Tony Gaskins? Let's see. Who is Tony Gaskins? He is a man that a lot of ladies like to listen to. He is an entrepreneur. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me just pull up Tony Gaskins real quick. And let's take a look at some of his content. Let's take a look at some of his content real quick. What we have to understand about relationships. Stop being desperate for a relationship. The two biggest signs a man is in love. Wow. The truth about marriage. He didn't want a relationship. Talks with Tony. Okay. Love versus in love. So you get a kind of a glimpse of what Tony Gaskins is talking about over here. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he came to fame on YouTube. Not YouTube, I'm sorry, on Facebook. I believe he came from Facebook. He's got a members only section over there. Okay. Popular uploads. Tony Gaskin has nearly 4,000 subscribers. Do you have low self esteem? Do you have low? Okay, so men, be careful with this. So Tony Gaskins, he talks about a lot of different topics, right? Yo, y'all listen to your boy Fishing Spot. Y'all go ahead and like the stream for your boy. You know, sometimes you got to push through even when you don't feel like it, you know. So do me a favor and hit the like button. Your boy hadn't been feeling well all day today and still not feeling 100%, but we're going to get right into it. Okay, so Tony Gaskins, relationship guru, you know, and he recently joined the Anthony O'Neill show. If you don't know who Anthony O'Neill is, I would suggest that you go subscribe to his channel as well. Fantastic content, fantastic content over there. Right. So here we go. Let me bring my screen back up once again, and we're gonna look at this video, y'all. And Tony Gaskin says that women are miserable, right? Miserable. And I couldn't believe, the reason that he said women are miserable. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all see the title. Let's get right into it. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
From your expertise, because you have 80% women, and I am right at about like 53% women, which I'm proud of for me. I like seeing more men come to learn how to get this financial education. What is it that men need to do? Because you're hearing from the ladies. What do we need to do to step up? Like, what should we as single men be doing now to get that 7-figure woman who's saying, yo, I'm tired. I don't want this hustle stuff. I'm ready for marriage,
but she's still single. So that means that there's not enough of us out there that she's like, yo, I can submit to that. And you the guy in this space, man. I'll be listening to your stuff. I'm like, okay, Tony said do this. All right, let me do that. And I'm growing, I'm evolving. But what do we as single men need to be doing now to position ourselves?
Let me pause it right here. The first thing that he says is the amount of high six-figure women, and it's not enough men on that level, right? That they can submit to. So essentially, y'all let me know what y'all think, but essentially what I'm hearing is that men have to make a certain amount of money in order for a woman to submit. Now, of course, we know this is not all, right? But if we just be honest, we know that finances play a big part in it, and that's why I constantly say on these streams, men, we got to do better to be up here, right? We don't want to be down here because I mean, let's just be honest, not all, but there is a level of respect that comes with having money, right? Y'all stop me when I start telling a lie. Because if somebody walks into a room, right, more than likely, you are going to treat that person differently if they look like they are somebody. And then you will treat that person differently if they look like they don't have it all together, right? You might just brush them off a little bit, but somebody that looks like they have money, you're gonna naturally probably treat them better. Is it right? Is it the right thing to do? No, it's not. But it's just one of those things that we do as humans, right? Because it says I read somewhere where it says that it only takes 7 seconds for somebody to make an opinion of you. Don't know them, don't know anything about them, where they came from, none of that, right? But it only takes a person 7 seconds to form an opinion about that person. And we see a lot of women these days do not want men that work blue collar jobs, and they don't want men that make less than them. And if they do make less than them, then a lot of times that level of respect is not going to be there, and it's not going to be the same, right? So, y'all let me know what y'all think. We need to talk about this. Let's keep going.
To be ready to get that kind of woman.
I feel like the major issue with single men today is getting caught up online, listening to other single men who do not know how to be in a relationship with a woman.
He just said something really, 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 really deep there, and I agree 100%. Single men. Wait, let me choose my words carefully here, right? I don't think that single men need to be talking to single men that want to be in a relationship, right? Or that's in a relationship. I don't think that those men should be talking to other single men, right? Same thing with the women. I don't think that women that want to be married should be talking to women that's single, right? So the same thing, vice versa. But we're talking about the men right now. So, and the reason why I hesitated and I stopped is because y'all, for so long, it's been this narrative of happy wife, happy life. And then the men just cower down and just crumble under the pressure of a lady that might not be so feminine, right? But I strongly disagree with that phrase, happy wife, happy life. I want to push more happy spouse, happy house, right? And the reason why I say this is because men, you deserve to be happy too. You should not be in a situation to where you are miserable just to go along to get along. Listen, a lot of men have done it over the years. They just won't say it. They just won't talk about it. It's only been recently in spaces like these that men have been comfortable in saying these things, right? Let's see what y'all are saying in the comment section. Fisher Spot says, I think that's true when people already know money. However, like my wife and I, we met at 19. She didn't know money, so she didn't care about that and just saw me as me. Facts. Yo, my horn is not working. I don't know why. I'm trying to work on it, y'all, but I would definitely hit the horn right there for Fisher Spot. My beautiful, lovely wife, Gabrielle White Caudle. She says, good evening, everyone. Y'all say hello to my wife in the comment section. Listen, let me just rush to say, I have the number one wife, y'all. The greatest wife on this side of heaven, right? Brought your boy a lovely lunch today at work, right? Had a little note in there and everything. So shout out to my beautiful wife, Gabrielle. I love you so much. Oh, and then Fishing Spot says tomorrow is our 9th wedding anniversary. Shout out to Fishing Spot and Mrs. Fishing Spot. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. These are the types of things that we like to see over here. 9 years strong, and I'm so happy for y'all. I'm so glad to hear that you all have made it together this far, and I hope and pray that y'all continue to make it together, Fishing Spot. I really speak blessings over you and your wife, man. You are one of my number one supporters, man, and I thank you so much for showing up each and every week, man. If nobody's going to be here, I know for a fact that Fishing Spot is going to be here late or not. So thank you to Fishing Spot and his wife, man. Y'all are the bomb.com. All right. So we're going y'all, my phone vibrating or something. I don't know why. Y'all, my phone just started bugging out. All right, let me reset my phone. I don't know what's going on. Doggone smart devices. All right, let's keep going, man. Let's keep going.
The biggest relationship voices have been single men. So
Now, let me say this. You can glean a lot of information and advice from men, women that may have been married before, right? Maybe a situation where, yo, I got it wrong in the past, but this is how I know I got it wrong, and this is how I know to get it right in the future. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. A lot of people were giving Kevin Samuels a lot of slack, right? Because he was divorced, right? And a lot of people tried to take that and use that against him. Rest in peace to the Godfather. But the thing about that is, if you ever watched this show consistently, he openly admitted, right, that at the time that he was married, he did not know how to lead, and he did not know how to lead properly, and that's why ultimately his marriage dissolved, right? And that's one thing that I commend him for, because a lot of people won't admit that they got it wrong, right? A lot of people won't admit that, but he was one of those that did. So let's keep going. Let's take it down a little bit further.
when single men are talking to all men, it's just the blind leading the blind. But what I've learned as a man is that it's truly on us to accept responsibility. And what makes us a man, our rite of passage into manhood, is accepting 100% responsibility for our life, not blaming the white man. not blaming the government, not blaming our dad,
Yeah.
not blaming our mom, and not fighting against our women.
Yo, I agree with that 100%. Yo, I am really, really big on accountability, and I think that we live in a time to where people want to do whatever they want to do, not think about the consequences, right? And then want to blame other people for their actions later on, right? Shout out to Fishing Spot, man. Thank you so much, my brother. Gabrielle says, like and share. Y'all heard what the lady said. Y'all heard what she said. Got to downgrade to that jitterbug and call it life. I hear you, bud. But yeah, I agree with what he says 100%. And I say it all the time that, you know, pressure is built for shoulders and not hips, right? And sometimes as men, we take on things and we're really, really heavy on it, right? And sometimes we don't know how to deal with it, right? But you have to learn how to work through it. You have to learn how to work through those hard times, right? Because I mean, let's just be honest. In our community, a lot of times when trouble come, when things start to go left, all we want to do is sweep it up under the rug, turn around and run the other way. But we have to learn how to deal with these things as uncomfortable as it may be sometimes. So yeah, I agree with Tony 100% there. Like your granddaddy used to say, for every one finger you point at someone, 3 are pointed back at yourself. Facts. Absolutely. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
But when we say if it's meant to be, it's up to me. When we take that approach, that's when everything changes. So I went into the space of seeking to understand, then being understood. And when I took that step, that's when everything changed. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for men because we equate our net worth to our self-worth. So when we feel we're making money,
Let me stop right there. Horn noise. Y'all, I don't know why it ain't working. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Why is it that men equate their worth to their net worth? Y'all, the reason is because men are expected to produce. Let me say that again. Men are expected to produce. Listen, I need all of my brothers, all of my men out there to understand, right? Unless you have a support system, like some strong family, right? That's in your corner, some strong brothers that are in your corner that can help you out in your time of need. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you, men. And you have to be a man that is a mover and a shaker. Food stamps they're not readily available for men, right? Welfare, they're gonna look at you crazy if you're a man and you go looking for welfare. Y'all, tell me when I'm lying. Somebody please put it in the comments and tell me when I'm lying. Even if you're married and you're in a relationship or you got a family, you're married, if things start to go south in that marriage, if y'all end up on the street, they're not going to be looking at that woman, they're going to be looking at you. They're going to be looking at you sideways, men. This is why. And then we heard what Anthony O'Neill said at the beginning, right? What did he say? Y'all rewind the tape. Rewind to go back and look at it. What did he say? He said there are not enough men on these women's level, high 6-7 figure level for these women. Why? Because they value that income and they value that net worth. Listen, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, fellas. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not ranked or evaluated on your net worth in society or in modern dating and modern relationships, because you are. If we just be honest, most women do not want a man that's making less than them. Now, in the Fishing Spot reviewer, in his situation, he and his wife got together young, and then they worked and they built and they built it. They built. I just said build it. They built together, right? And now they've been together 9 years. That's different. That's y'all. That's rare that we see that, right? But I'm glad that we got brothers like Fisher Spot. But most women, they want a man that's going to be able to provide, pay all the bills, right? They are looked at as not enough if you're not making a certain amount of money. Y'all, we talked about this thing all the time, that average money. $40,000, $45,000, $50,000, right? A lot of women don't want that. 6 figures and above minimum. And then some of them are David, some of them might go down to 80. You know what I'm saying? 80, 90, somewhere around there. But either way it goes, women want you to be in the top 15, 10% of earners, right? If you're making $75,000 a year, you are in the top 15 to 20%, top 15 to 20% of earners in America. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? That means that 80% are not making that. So it's not the fact that it's not enough good men to go around. It's the fact that there are not enough good men that have that kind of money. And if you are making 7 figures, high 6 figures, 7 figures a year, guess what? You're in the top 1%. Top 1%. If that, a fraction of a percent. And that's what people don't realize. I think that a lot of times people's view of what's really going on gets skewed. Do y'all know that not even 50% of all Americans have $1,000 in their bank account for an emergency fund? Did y'all know that? So a lot of us are out here getting it how we live. You understand? Now, you can be working towards something, right? I don't earn the average, right? I'm above average on the earning scale or whatever, right? But a lot of people are not on that level. Listen, not long ago, me and some of my coworkers, we were around the coffee pot talking, and one of my coworkers had not too long ago closed on a house, bought her first house, right? And she said that when she went into the bank to get pre-qualified or whatever, that the lady that she was working with was just absolutely floored at the amount of money that she made. She was like, do you realize you make like twice as much as people are making with 2 incomes, if not more? Y'all, a lot of people ain't got it like that. If we just be honest. Fisher Spot says all adults should be expected to produce. That's adulthood. I agree 100%. I agree. Gabrielle White says absolutely what Fishing Spot said. Men are viewed as having strength and many financial options to work a trade, do handiwork, be laborers, odd jobs, hustle office work, etc. You know, that's facts. And I don't know if we're gonna have time, but I got something else. I got something else about this handiwork and laborers. I got something about that. We might say that for next week though. But here we go. We were young and broke. I still made more though. I brought in 3 crackers to her 2 crackers for dinner every night. Facts. Yo, fishing spot. These ladies don't want. These ladies don't want crackers, man. These ladies don't like crackers. They want to go to Benihana's. They want to go to Fogo. All kind of different stuff. And now he's working on his education degree. Absolutely facts. 9 years in the game. They're working their way up. That's great. And finally, y'all do what your boy Fishing Spot said and get a video or like. We speaking facts tonight. Let's keep going. Let's go a little bit further.
We feel better about ourselves.
That is so true.
When we don't have money, we feel like crap.
That's so true.
And when we have money, we look down on other people. Especially our woman, if she doesn't have money.
Wow.
I pay all these bills. You don't do nothing. I've been guilty of that.
Now, if you're doing that to your woman, to your wife, and she's staying home raising your kids, bringing you lunch and stuff, that ain't what's up. That's not something that you hold over your head, over your wife's head. And if you want to ruin your relationship, if you want to ruin your marriage, hold stuff like that over her head and see what happens. That is not a real man. Any man that does that is not a real man. Because, listen, we say that we want these traditional women, right? We say that we want these traditional women. If you got a woman that's willing to do all of that stuff and willing to let you be you and give you space when you need it, you better not hold that over that woman's head. I'll come and put my hands around your neck personally myself. Don't do that. That's not how you operate as a man.
Wow. So I lived it and experienced it.
Yeah.
And then I had to realize, man, I'm associating everything that's good to money and discrediting a woman and not realizing how priceless it is to carry a child for 10 months, to take care and raise, to be a backbone, to be a support system, to be a CEO, like not realizing the capability of this woman.
Yeah.
But instead thinking because I can make money, which I make money in my sleep.
Yeah.
I make 7 figures working 7 hours a week. So that let me know it's not hard to make money. But yet,
now this is where it gets interesting. Yo, I know it's 2022. And I would tend to agree a little bit that it's easier to make money in 2022. It is. Let's just be honest. It's a lot easier. But it is not easy to get to a point to where you can work 7 hours a week and still make 7 figures while you're sleeping. That is not easy. It's not. It's just not. If it was, everybody would be doing it. If it was as simple as, oh, I want to make 7 figures in my sleep, everybody would be doing it. Everybody. The same when my wife knows I don't know as much about the daily duties as her. She doesn't throw it back in my face, and I don't throw the money back at hers. Facts. That's dirty, man. If you do that, that's low down, man. Low down. Teamwork definitely makes the dream work. You better believe it. And you know what? Well, we'll say that for another time. Let's keep going.
if I had to do everything that my wife does, I'd be ready to blow my brains out. And that's what men not really taking into account. That the life of a woman Honestly, it's miserable.
For real.
The life of a woman is miserable.
There it is. He said it. The life of a woman is miserable. Let's keep going.
70% of women never have a release during intercourse. 99% of men can't last more than 60 seconds.
You teaching good,
The only
Tony.
thing we doing as men is making money. We
This is where I disagree. This is where I disagree. All the man is not doing is making money. Now, in his case, if you can work 7 hours a week and still making 7 figures, in his case, all he's doing is making money. But a lot of men are out here on the grind, man, and we're having to get it out the mud, and we're having to work harder. We're having to work 40 plus hours a week. A lot of men are having to work 60 plus hours a week. In my opinion, that's not all that they're doing. Now, he says 70% of women don't have a release during intercourse. I ain't got them problems. I don't know what he's talking about right there. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And the Happy Meals for himself, you know. And you know, I'll just be honest with you. It's not fun unless everybody else is you know, releasing to me. You know, if you only care about you, fellas, oh, I got mine, she better get hers. You sound dumb. You sound real dumb. Fishing spot over here dead, y'all. But this is why he say women are miserable. Is this why a lot of women are riding the CC? Trying to grab a hold to the CC? Trying to find a release? Say it ain't so. Let's keep going.
make money, but then we strip her of her self-worth, of her self-respect, of her dignity by how we talk to her.
Men up here shouldn't do that. Y'all, I have learned that you can get your point across as a man without yelling. Sometimes we get upset and we raise our voice. But men, there's something about that bass in your voice. You don't have to yell to get your point across. And you don't have to beat on your chest, beat on something else, punch holes on the walls. That's dumb. That's dumb. Because guess what? Either you got to fix the hole in the wall or you're going to have to pay somebody to fix it. That's dumb. You understand what I'm saying? You can get your point across and get your family to move in a certain way. You can be masculine, put your foot down and everything else, but you don't have to yell. You don't have to belittle. You don't have to try to degrade somebody. In women, it's the same thing for you. You don't have to yell and nag and all the time at a man to try to get your point across. We talked about that last week with Iyanla. You understand? We got to learn how to move. We got to learn how to flow better. All right? Let's keep going.
By controlling her, by dominating her. And then she changing dirty diapers. She up in the middle of the night when a baby got colic. She doing the most monotonous, tedious, boring things. But we get the thrill of flying from Jacksonville to DC to do what we love to do.
Yep.
But we look at what our woman is doing.
Wow.
And it's like, and then we expect the woman to be 100 in business, what you bring to the table, but then be 100 as a mom.
Oh my gosh.
And when you
Facts. You cannot expect a woman to be able to rest in her feminine energy if she has to work, take care of home, and take care of the kids. It should be some stuff that your woman should not have to worry about at all. At all. Fisher Spot says, my wife actually knows stuff hit the fan when I met my comments, but assertive because I switched over to the emotionalist side of the brain. When I cry like a baby, she knows she can push me. Fisher Spot, you out here crying like a baby? Not crying like a baby, Fisher. Fisher, say it ain't so, Fisher Spot. He said when he cries like a baby, she can push him. But you see what he said? When he's the most calm and assertive, it's different. And Auburn chokes all the time. So I know you've been crying a lot lately, Fishing Spot. I know you've been crying. Auburn been choking this season. I'll help you out, man. Come over to the Tide, man. We'll gladly accept you. Let's keep going.
You think about it, me being a father, I can't do both.
Oh my gosh.
Last night I'm sitting there and I'm on my phone. My 8-year-old comes up to me. Hey, Dad, can we watch that animal show on Netflix? I did not feel like doing that. You would think I would be excited about it.
Right.
But the trials and the tribulations of the world is so heavy. It's so great. My calling is so heavy.
Yeah.
I literally had to force myself to shut that off, put my phone down, and go sit for about an hour with my 8-year-old watching Netflix.
Wow.
And be into that animal show.
Wow.
Like I don't have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
And that became the priority.
Wow.
And so a lot of men who relish in that with their kids, they don't make any money. They make that $42,000. They literally 9 to 5, they come home and they live for their kids.
Yeah.
And then a lot of men who make a lot of money.
Did y'all hear what he just... Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody tell me when I'm lying. Look at what he just said. The men that can do that with the kids all the time are not making any money. Y'all, it takes sacrifice. It takes sacrifice of a man to be able to take care of his family. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. It was a reel going around with a snippet of TD Jakes. You know, you want time with the man. But if he gives you time, he's not making money. But you say you need more money, but if he's making more money, he ain't got a lot of time. You can't have it both ways a lot of the time. You can't have it both ways, period. It takes sacrifice. Shout out to Just Pearly Things. She says it a lot on her show. And if y'all haven't checked her out, y'all please go do so. Excellent content over there. But she says that when she was growing up, her father worked a lot. And they didn't have the best relationship. But now that she's gotten older, she understands that he had to work to be successful. And now they have a great relationship. And I think that sometimes this is where men are conflicted, right? Because we're protectors not only physically, but we're protectors of our family's emotions too. And we don't want to hurt our family. We don't want that. But we also don't want our family to be in lack either. So what do? He just said the pressures of the world are out here. What do? This is an example where my wife and I get confused at sometimes, even after 9 years. She doesn't always remember that I envy her for her duties she hates to do. Wiping butts, taking them to the doctor because I miss them all day. Facts. Why are you out working? You got to earn the living. You don't get to, you spend more time at work than you do at home. Right? And she gets tired of it because that's her full-time job. No different than when I'm tired of my full-time job. Facts. Let's keep going just a little bit further.
Money, find that it's hard to be 100, 100. And that's when what my wife said to me made perfect sense. So I think as men, we got to seek to understand.
You said something that is so, it's convicting.
It's hard to be 100, 100. Raising kids is a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, time-consuming life investment. It takes sacrifice, and somebody has to do it. It ought to be more appreciated. It brings so much value to the family. Y'all, Fishing Spot says amen to that. And I ditto that too. I ditto, right? And to have a woman that's willing to do all of that, you better take care of that woman. If you're blessed enough to even find one, because there's not a lot of them out there. Fishing Spot has one. I have one. I was starting to think I wasn't going to have it. But y'all, that's it for tonight. We'll go ahead and stop it right there. Oh, wait. Then again, when the kids are acting a fool, specifically our daughter, I blame my wife because they are twins of each other. That's a good place to end it right there, y'all. Y'all, listen, it's your boy JD, aka Mr. December. Get a video a like. We'll be back next week with some more content, y'all. And y'all let me know if y'all want to see some more video on demand type content, right? We'll consider it and we'll see what's going on, y'all. But once again, it's your boy JD, aka Mr. December. We out, y'all. Peace.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, wife too. Don't turn this to no controversy. It's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it ×2. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? It's too cool. Get the drop tops out. Summertime and then why? It fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and then why? talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snag a seat up at the table if my man came. Heading to a meeting, we're familiar with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and then why? Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make $1 million, man, $1 million won't be enough. Watch me fake the struggle while I get it off the hush. Now it's jet blue miles, Rolex dials, frowns turn to smiles. Summertime and then why? Now we come to an end. Summertime and then why?